Are you sometimes guilty of incorrectly using the past tense of verbs in a sentence, even if it's not supposed to be in the past tense? For example, my mother will be the one to receive the parcel on my behalf. Oh, yung mga ganon. Or isa pang example, nasa past tense siya talaga. Pero, you are actually using two verbs that are both in the past tense. For example, I did not knew about the new health protocols. Yan. Sakit sa bangs, di ba? Oh, guilty ka ba? Or maybe do you know someone who's guilty of that? Stay tuned because I'm going to be talking about that next. Welcome back!
Yes!
Welcome back, guys! So, pag-usapan na natin itong common mistake that a lot of us actually find ourselves doing occasionally or maybe even frequently. Ito yung gumagamit ka ng past tense nang hindi naman siya dapat ginagamit as past tense in the sentence. Or in my other example earlier, ito yung dalawang past tense ang verbs na ginagamit mo in the sentence, which shouldn't be the case. Okay? So, first things first, as Filipinos, hindi talaga natin first language ang English. Okay? So, sometimes we're a little bit more forgiving, lalo na when it comes to vocabulary or usage of prepositions. Okay? But, it pays to know the basic grammar rules, especially dito sa subject-verb agreement. And in this vlog, specifically, we are going to be talking about the past tense or how it is often misused. So, pag-usapan na natin. The most fundamental rule in terms of using the past tense is this. You ask yourself, was it really done or did it really happen in the past? Okay? So, yung gusto mong sabihin, kapag hindi siya nangyari in the past, do not use the past tense. Yan. Kaya tayong mga tao ang dami sa atin, hindi tayo maka-move on. Lagi tayong stuck sa past. Huwag ganon, mga besh. So, ganito, tingnan mo, ano yung gusto mong sabihin? So, if whatever you wanna say happens in the present, gagamitin mo syempre yung verb ay present tense. Or, if you're thinking of doing something in the future, ang kailangan mong gamiting tense ng verb ay, obviously, future tense. And the past tense has no place in the sentence if you are talking about present or future tense. Yun lang yung pinaka-importante or pinaka-fundamental na rule para hindi ka magkamali sa paggamit ng past tense. So, I'll give some examples.
We promise we'll send it tomorrow. Later, I will receive the promotion. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh, diba? That was just very easy to remember. Oh, so now let's move on to the second type naman. Okay? Ito naman yung sometimes talagang it happened in the past. So talagang dapat past tense naman talaga ang gamitin mong verb. However, like what I gave in my example in the opening of this vlog, you are not supposed to be using two verbs that are both in the past tense in just one sentence. Okay? So, paano yun? First, let me introduce you to the concept of the modal auxiliary verbs. So, ano yung mga yon? Ito yung mga words such as
will or would, shall or should, may or might, can or could, do or does or did.
Now, the basic rule here is if you are going to be using a verb together with or almost always preceded by a modal auxiliary verb, kailangan yung gagamitin mong verb form mo ay ang infinitive or simple. Ito yung usually neutral and almost always in the present tense. So, ito yung mga examples nun.
An infinitive verb is a base form of a verb and is usually prefixed by the article to. Now, if you're going to be using a verb with a modal auxiliary verb, remember that you will use the bare infinitive, meaning the one without the article to.
I think worth mentioning also at this point, since we're talking about modal auxiliary verbs, is the common practice of a lot of writers as well as speakers that is called the empathic form of tenses. Okay, so empathic from the word emphasis, okay, or emphasize. Okay, emphasis. Ganito yun, no? Ano yung example? Sasabihin natin, I do believe, parang Miss Q, di ba? Sinasabi niyo yun. I do believe that the world is happy. Yan, ganyan. Or, I do know that for a fact. So, from the title, from the name itself, the auxiliary verb do that precedes believe or know, nagbibigay siya ng extra emphasis. Kumbaga, it's just like saying, I really believe that the world is happy, or I really know this for a fact. Okay? Yun nga, kaya nga siya tinawag na empathic form kasi to emphasize it. O ngayon, that being said, because empathic forms use modal auxiliary verbs, the same rule applies to it na ang kailangan mong gamitin na verb after the modal auxiliary verb, which is do, for example, is yung simple infinitive, which is yun nga, believe, tsaka know. Hindi mo pwedeng sabihin, I do believed, or I do knew. Okay, mali yun. Kasi that's a violation of that second basic rule that we talked about in terms of using auxiliary or modal auxiliary verbs. So after knowing and then hopefully mastering that second basic rule, hindi mo na magagawa itong mga mistakes like these.
Did you heard about the debate of Duterte and Carpio? Mark didn't knew the travel requirements for Baguio. I can't believe they canceled Glow on Netflix. I do hoped I'll get the Pfizer vaccine.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the end of this vlog, which is incidentally a part of my series, which I'd like to call Speak and Communicate in English Better. Okay, so you can expect more vlogs like this in the future. So stay tuned. Now, for this vlog, I hope you learned a thing or two about the proper usage of particularly the past tense of verbs, as well as the modal auxiliary verb. Okay, so if there are any other topics that you are interested that I talk about, please leave your suggestions in the comment section below. And we'll see how soon we can talk about that in a vlog. So from here in Orion, Bataan, I wish that you are all safe, healthy, happy, loved, and not stuck in the past. I will see you guys in my future vlogs. This is PJ Bentong.
If you like this video, please click like, share it on your social media, and if you haven't yet, click subscribe and that bell.